Good morning, everybody. I'm Tommy Bryan, and this is the Mark Medley pregame show. Last week, Coach, we were a little slow getting started on offense, but we wound up with a great fourth quarter.
Yeah, Tommy, we moved to football pretty much all night. I think we had over 350 yards in total offense. We just had trouble putting the football in the end zone, whether it was laying it on the ground or whether it was a holding penalty to take us out of a drive. We just had too many mistakes, and we can't continue to do that and win football games.
I thought defensively our guys did a great job of getting pressure on the Oakland quarterback. He threw 4 interceptions in the second half, and we forced 2 fumbles. Those 6 turnovers helped turn the tide.
Yeah, when you get turnovers, you need to be able to take advantage of them, and then of course in the second half we were able to do that. I thought a real big play was when Troy Adams came through on the stunt and knocked the football loose from their tailback. They were down there threatening and could have tied the football game up at that point.
Offensively, we scored the 3 touchdowns late. Rose with a couple of touchdowns, and we got the ball to Mo Thompson in the end zone.
Greg had checked to Mo earlier in the first half, or maybe in the third quarter. All that stuff runs together, but Mo had 1 foot out of bounds in the end zone, so we were close to hitting the fade again for 6 points. But Greg and Mo worked well together, and we've done a pretty good job of finding what the defense has given us and getting the football into his hands as well as into Reader's hands.
Turning the attention to the game the folks will be looking at in just a few minutes, Cookeville, the Cavaliers are on a high. This is as good a Cookeville team as they've had in years.
Well, we know for a fact it's as good a team as we've faced since we've been at Lebanon. This is the 7th time we've played those people. It's a little change of pace playing them in the middle of the year. It's always been the last ball game, but there's a lot riding on this thing, and Cookeville has a football team that scores with a big play. They don't really take the football and drive it on you, but they can score from 70 and 80 yards away, so it puts a lot of pressure on your defense. We got to play every snap and hopefully run those guys down because they've got a lot of speed.
Good 1-2 punch in the backfield. Farrell's a guy that's been there for several years, but they've got this new kid, Weston, who's got some speed as well.
Yeah, he may have as much, if not more speed than Farrell has. Farrell's a big, strong kid, about 6'1", 190. Western's not that big, maybe 165, but very dangerous with the football when he catches it from a split end. Very dangerous with the football when it's put in his hands at the tailback position. Their quarterback, Bohannon, is back from last year. Did a good job for them, completing about 50% of his passes, and he has some people that do a good job of catching the football, so it's going to be a test for us.
Defensively, they like to get across the line of scrimmage. They'll stunt.
Yeah, they're going to stunt. They're going to put 8 men up there and lock in man and force you into some mistakes and force you to throw the football. What we've got to be able to do is give our quarterback time to throw the football, and then hopefully be able to get the ball to those receivers in one-on-one positions. But they have good speed in the secondary, and they have 3 linebackers that do a good job of running to the football.
If we catch them in the right stunt and can get Greg protected, could be a big play for us.
We hope so. Football teams that make big plays defensively, stunning, usually give up big plays. We just hope that holds true for us tonight, because we're going to need some big plays. We feel like we're going to have to put some points on the board to win this football game.
As far as our kids are concerned, for all practical purposes, this is a playoff game.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. We learned a long time ago you've got to be ready to play your district ball games. Now we've learned you've got to be ready to play every Friday night, because here on out all these things are regional games, and you just can't afford to lose one. We sit there 4-0, are undefeated in the region. Riverdale does the same, and everybody else has 1 loss. We don't want to drop down in that category with 1 loss with the people on our schedule left to play.
Folks, big football game coming up. Stay tuned. Lebanon and Cookeville in just a minute.
Glennis Videos, in association with Lebanon Cablevision, presents Lebanon Blue Devil Football. Your announcer is Tommy Bryan. Play-by-play by Bruce Skeen. Stats by Terry Stafford. The field reporter is John Bryan.
It sounds bad. Welcome to Tucker Stadium, overall field on the campus of Tennessee Tech University. I'm Tommy Bryan for Terry Stafford and Bruce Skeen and the whole crew with Glennis Video. This is Cookeville, Lebanon in Region 4, 5A football. Tonight, Cookeville dressed in the red home jerseys, silver football pants, and red helmets. Cookeville has elected to receive the football. They won the toss. They will receive. Lebanon, dressed in the solid white uniforms, will kick, will operate out of the north end zone. Kicking off for Lebanon will be Jody Atwood. Deep to return for the Cavaliers of Cookeville will be Stan Lamberson, number 13, and Chris Western, number 3. The Cavs enter this football game 4-1 overall, 3-1 in Region 4, 5A. Lebanon High School comes in with a record of 5-0 overall, 3-0 in the region. Lebanon ranked number 5 in the state in Class 5 AAA. This game, all the importance of a playoff contest with Gallatin looming large next week for the Blue Devils. And here with a play-by-play call of tonight's Lebanon-Cookeville game, the voice of Blue Devil football, Bruce Skeen.
Atwood to kick off. We're up here at Cookeville. It's usually cold tonight, a great night. Kickoff will go deep, way over the head and go down to the 1 and roll back to the 3 and picked up, and we hit him on the 9 and they knock him down on the 10. Atwood got a good kick and we knock him down on the 10-yard line. Lebanon has got that kickoff team down covering well.
A great kick, Bruce, as it hit on the 2, bounced back. The Cookeville return man thought the ball was going to go in the end zone, and the Blue Devils will now go on defense. Here's that defensive front for Lebanon. Adams at an end, Hasty at a tackle, Cantrell the nose man, Alls and Moscadelli up front, Sellers, Rose the linebackers, Garrett, Thompson, C, and Phillips in the secondary.
They come out, Cookeville that is, comes out in a slot left. Bohannon's the quarterback. Slot left, take the ball, and they hand it to the fullback, and he didn't get much. In fact, he may have fumbled, and Lebanon got it. Number 81 has just recovered for Lebanon. That would be Troy Adams. Lebanon, big break, first play, Tommy.
Field position incredible here to start this football game. Cookeville did not want to get off to a bad start against this Lebanon football team. Lebanon now with the football in the red zone. 11-yard line, almost to 10. We could get a first down without scoring.
They handed the ball to Sparks, I think, and he fumbled, and Adams recovered, and we got a slot right, and we run a sweep, and Moss is at the 10, and a 5, a 4, a 3, 2, 1. Well, 6 early. Touchdown, Charles Moss.
We came with the toss sweep to the short side of the field. Easy pickings through that Cookeville defense as Moss scores his second touchdown of the year. Atwood will snap it to Reeder, who will put it down for Greg Triplett. Triplett on the season with those PATs, 17 out of 21.
We played a minute and 9 seconds, and we lead 6-0, and Triplett will attempt a point. It's down, it's up, it's high, and it's long, and he missed it to the right. 6-0. There's a timeout on the field. Lebanon leads.
1:09 into the game, 1 minute 9 seconds into the game. Charles Moss goes in from 10 yards away. Lebanon jumps out to an early 6-0 lead. 10:51 left in the first quarter.
Lebanon has scored early on a turnover by the Cavaliers up here on the Tennessee Tech campus. Tucker Stadium, and Atwood will kick off. He kicked the last one way down to the 1, and we got down and covered it well. Atwood to kick off again. It's 6-0. We missed the extra point. Atwood comes forward. Line drive kick. Hits on the 32. Rose and bounces to the 15, to the 20, 25, and got hit on the 27 or 28 and got knocked down on the 29-yard line. This better field position for Cookeville on the 29. 1st and 10 Cavaliers. They're 4-1. And Lebanon's 5-0. We lead 6-0.
For Cookeville, Jeremy Bohannon will be the quarterback. 20 out of 41 passing on the season. 379 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Farrell and Western will play back there at tailback.
Lamberson's wide to the right. They got a tight end on the left, and they're in a slot. I said the quarterback, Bohannon, takes it, runs a sweep. They try to get outside him. We won't let him, and we knock him down close to the 30 as they try to run a sweep to their tailback. And that would have been Farrell, and he got knocked down. We had a couple of people over there knocking him down. He got up maybe a yard to the 32nd and 9.
Defensively, look for Lebanon to pinch those tackles inside, step the linebackers out just a little bit in kind of an eagle situation on the defense so that guys like Sellers have a little more outside room to come and attack that sweep. Sellers in there on that tackle and a lot of help.
Sparks is a fullback. Well, they go to they get out of the eye and go to slot right. And we jumped off sides. Cantrell was anticipating a snap. Tony Cantrell, our nose guard, was trying to stunt through the right side. I think he jumped offside unless one of them Cookeville people raised up. Let's check the penalty. Offsides, Lebanon 5 yards from the 30 to the 35. It'll make it 2nd down and 4 yards to go. They got to go to the 39.
The officials tonight, the umpire, Harold King. The referee is John Todd. Back judge, Jim Ward. Head linesman, Bart Fight. Line judge, Butch Campbell. And the electric clock operator, Steve Jones.
They're 2nd and 4. We got a 5-yard penalty in there. Slot right. Bohannon's a quarterback. Takes the ball and runs a dive, and we hit him hard. Rose did, but he got 3. And Cantrell was there, but Rose hit him first. He got to the 38, and then he spun maybe close to the 39. He's close to a 1st down. From here, it looks like he's short a foot.
Terry Stafford coming into this football game. Lebanon had put up some impressive stats the last couple of years against Cookeville.
You're right, Tommy. From 90 to 92, Lebanon has outscored Cookeville 76-0. But this is a different Cookeville team coming in tonight 4-1.
I sit slot right. Bohannon the quarterback. Bohannon calling signals. They need a foot. He took it and they got it, and he spun right straight up the middle. I guess that's Sparks. It's not